Welcome back, friends, to the grind that is Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and this is episode 5. We have an empty parking spot, so let's see what we have. Timing-related parts on this Mustang, with brake problems, timing, filters, and suspension rattle. We have timing, filters, and other tasks on the GTR. Well, we've done a GTR, though we haven't done timing. And we've done plenty of brake work. So we could take the Mustang and do the timing and the brakes. Or we could take the GTR and do timing, filters, and fluids. Or we could take the story order. Well, let's take the GTR. We're not in a rush to get the story order cars done. And the plan for today, well, there is no real plan. We have no available skill points. And we have the Honda S2000 here. So let's see what this car needs. And it's running gear faults. It's a rubber bushing. Well, let's get this up in the air. Bring out our tablet. Go to suspension. This one will be a nice quick job. We'll just take a quick look around on the bushings. Now, I was going to say we could make this easy and just go to the overview, but it was simple enough. As you can see, that took me all of about 2 minutes of searching. That bushing is changed out. Put it back on the ground. Then, as usual, we will run our inspections to get our experience points. I would definitely like to hear from those of you who are watching these videos to let me know what you would like to see in this series, as there are plenty of mod vehicles available for the game, and if they vehicles you would like to see are available, I can add them to the game and see what we need to do if and when they show up. Let's pop this hood, come into the engine bay, and we'll do the electronic multimeter test. If you all remember from the last episode, we ran through the junkyard and I showed you that I had it set to where vehicles would spawn in every available location. You might also notice that I didn't do any inspections while we were in the junkyard. Yes, I could have done that, and we could have made extra experience and levels, but that wasn't the point of the junkyard trip in that episode. That was just to show you what the quality of life mod can do. Okay, here we have another S2000. It's filters, timing parts, and fluids, but it gives us 25 extra credit. And we have Volvo Estate, which is just fluids, not worth it. So even though we just did a Honda, we'll take another one, because we will get extra credits. And now here we have Plymouth Roadrunner. Let's check and see what it needs. This is a mod car. So this is fuel, air, and oil filter, as well as a cam gear, timing chain, water pump, and water pump pulley. Let's check our inventory. Get rid of what we're not going to be able to save. And then, seeing as we know that it's going to need air, fuel, oil, and all of these, we're going to go ahead and drain the coolant for one. So we need to be in the engine bay for that. Need to bring up our additional tools and our drain tool. And highlight the reservoir. So that when we take the water pump off, it doesn't fine us for the coolant going all over the place. We'll add the fuel filter to our shopping list. Add the air filter to our shopping list. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky, as our angle is going to be off to the side. We need to take the fan off. We need to take these belts off. This power steering pump needs to come off. So that you can pull this arm off. We'll mark the water pump. Take this belt off. Mark the water pump pulley. Pull the alternator. Pull arm A. And we'll pull the water pump itself. Then we come down here to the crankshaft pulley. We're going to pull that. Timing cover. And now we have access to our timing chain and our cam gear. We're going to go ahead and mark this. And we'll get the car in the air. Before we go ahead and take that oil filter off, let's jump back to our parts catalog. Go ahead and buy the parts we need. So that when we go in here, we can pull this oil filter, immediately switch to assemble mode, and start reassembling the car. As we go along, the tasks will no longer tell us what we need, which is where our inspections will come into play. But as we are still early game yet, it does tell us what the cars need. So if you are new to the Mechanic Simulator series or game, take advantage of it while you can. Because even all the test equipment, which we have not yet purchased, does not always tell you what parts you're going to need. So you will have to learn to look for the parts that are rusted, as well as others that don't get revealed through testing, to learn what parts may possibly need to be replaced. Now we switch back to unmount mode. Zoom in on the coolant reservoir. And as you can see, the job is done, but we are not done yet. We still have our exam mode to go through. And with this car being as old as it is, we do not have to use our multimeter, as it does not have a port for the multimeter to plug into. And with that, we have another car down. We'll get it moved around. And shall send it on its way. And with that, we leveled up. We have the story order. We have a hot rod. We have Hot Wheels Bone Shaker. And we have a Dodge Viper. To switch things up, I think we'll take the Bone Shaker Drag Edition. with a Hello Kitty vinyl. And with that level up, I think we shall increase mounting and unmounting. And I think we will also buy our compression tester and our fuel pressure meter. So now we have a BMW, which is actually a base game car, and it is known as the FMW Panther. Let's go into exam mode, and we can already see it's going to need a tie rod end length, and it's going to need a shock tower A or shock tower B, as signified by the red. So we already know 2 parts we're going to need. So now that inspection is over with, we'll open the hood, come inside, go to our additional tools, do a fuel pressure test. Which on that we could have determined the rails did not need to be replaced. This is going to test the fuses in the fuse box, the starter, it actually tests the battery for us. And then we'll do a compression test to tell us the percentage of most of the internal components. Okay, with all that done, we already know what we need. It's only 2 parts. So let's hop into the suspension. by front shock absorber A. And we need a sway bar front end link A. So we can go ahead and put this hood down. And put her back up in the air. Go into the suspension. As you will notice with some of the cars in this game, mainly the ones that are base game and not mod cars, that you need to pull the wheel in order to get the sway bar front end link off. And now this is the first time we've used this spring puller. So we're going to separate the parts and take that off. Then we're going to join parts using the new shock absorber. And we'll take it off. Come back over here. And let's reinstall the parts. And with that, the FMW Panther, aka BMW, is done. We'll put it on the ground. We don't want inspection mode, seeing as we've already gone through that. And we will send this one on its way for a grand total of 204 credits. And as nothing else is available at the moment, we will take the story order car. And with that, friends, if you like what you've seen, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you. Have a good night, evening, day, wherever you are, whenever you are watching this. Thank you and goodbye.